Oh, hello. Sorry, this took a little bit. Hope you all are doing well. Give me a second. Alright. Now, I'm trying to get a few more modules going. Oh, cool. I can actually build this. I literally want to see this. So, like, here's my bridge right now. I just got 2 people in the bridge.
Innocents perish with every wasted second.
And other things like that. Like, you know, I put in more chairs now, but there's no one in them. Oh. Let's get back to Finreal. That's fine.
This operation would hamstring the enemy's capability.
Coordinates locked. Hellpods prime.
And see, my ship is slightly upgraded. I have the guns in the front now.
Orbit synchronized.
Like, if I was to look at
Mission preparation aborted.
the different difficulties. Oh, I can't do that yet. Alright, I gotta finish first.
To seize one of our planets. We must join the defense.
Mission coordinates locked.
Alright, this is a blitz mission. Gonna go with the Gatling.
Initiated.
Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba. The music's real good in this game.
The fate of all humanity's children are in your hands. Do not let them fall.
About chat. hear a ping. Oh.
Dropping a pin. East.
That one should be real easy to take out.
There's something here.
See, do I get anything good here? Super credits. Also.
Sending down support weapon.
Is there any samples? Sometimes these will have samples around them. I might be able to ignore them.
Mission at 10 minutes remaining.
Reload! Damn it!
Say hello to democracy! That's empty.
Any fuckers.
Tagging map. Northwest.
Readable lemon. Damn. Do I need to do all of them? Let's try to avoid that patrol, because that's just going to slow me down. Mama. Oh, I can't wait for my new model.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
Ooh, I threw it over that area.
Sending down sentry.
Took out most of the holes. No. Hello, Netflix.
Bug outpost spotted. Prepare.
Thank you for upgrading your passport from tourist to citizen.
Hi.
Mama. How you doing?
I'm wondering if I should play tonight.
Oh? Play what? This game?
Helldivers, yet.
Ah. It's up to you.
Fire in the hole!
I played solo for a few hours. And it's scary alone.
It is.
Dropping a pin, southwest.
Alright. So there's 2 small ones. And most likely we'll have to go after the big one. Takes a while to get used to the game as well. And go hit the other one. Yeah, good.
I did the robots and I didn't like it. They got overbearing just from easy to moderate.
Yeah.
Minutes left. We can't stay this low much longer, Helldiver.
That's why I'm kind of more sticking to the bugs.
Bag's empty.
There you go. And I'm also doing this mainly because I want to get these common resources real easy. Like, yeah, I probably won't.
I always drop my core samples.
Why?
You have ignited the torches of liberty. Extraction awaits.
They're so good.
I die too much.
Ah, okay. Yeah, took me a while to get better at the game. Yeah, I don't have the time for it. And unfortunately, submissions like this, you really don't get the luxury of looking around.
What RP?
I do Warhammer 40k RP after stream. I used to stream it, but
Action is available.
GW has been very
Ooh, okay.
problematic with their lawyers, if you know what I mean.
Yet. Kinda.
And they don't. It's like one hand they want you to stream, but at the other hand they'll just sue you for streaming. It's like, oh well, just give me a reason not to stream. Why don't you?
Deploying sentry. Extraction shuttle inbound.
Yeah.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
ETA, T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds. Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. A sample. Then I've started the, yeah, I heard that bug gets shot. All squished with the artillery.
ETA, T-minus 1 minute.
It won't tell you when you kill them with the alternatives most of the time. Like, sometimes it will, but other times it won't.
Freedom forever!
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
I really saved this for the pig bugs.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Yeah, call your friends all you want.
Bag's empty.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. This is Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown.
Freedom!
Get off it.
Countdown initiated.
Fuck!
Stand by for takeoff. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
I was wanting to get the laser off, but nope, we ran out of time.
Today you've carved another foothold in a long climb to liberty.
I still can't believe people actually think this game is fascist. It's satire of freedom at extreme levels.
What? I think it's got some hidden messages.
No. The devs are banning anyone that talks political on Steam forums who brings up anything remotely left-wing or right-wing. They're just like, it's a fun game, shoot bugs.
Also, I noticed that there's a few spots that show some interesting depictions.
Oh, what's that?
A victory for democracy.
Now, I'm saving up to get this bad boy.
Some of the spots talk about the Super Earth's real purpose, I suppose. About oils and such.
I mean, I think people are looking too hard into it because there's like no real lore to this.
Hellpods primed.
You know what I mean?
Engaging orbital thrusters.
Reduce rate of fire, delay heat buildup on weapons. Well, that's actually good. Because it's like, where's the lore button?
Yeah, it's just an observation I made while playing so far.
I mean, to me, the game is a comedy.
Plus the posters around the bodies.
And how... I mean...
It's fun though, I enjoy playing it, but I can't get in for a while alone.
Yeah.
I can only do a few hours.
Yeah, I got that. It is
Launch initiated.
game that it's way better with people.
I want a team to play with, but my hours are sporadic.
I gotcha.
The fate of all humanity's children are in your hands. Do not let them fall.
Alright, here we automatically have something. Super credits, nice. I don't think at 3 we get chargers. I thought chargers was exclusively for hire.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
Throwing grenade.
We just blow your leg off.
Bug outpost spotted.
Ooh. And there's a gun here. Oh.
Not today!
I thought you were dead. Alright, what's this? Machine gun. Nice. It's always good to have. Wanna see if there's anything nearby? Might be another nest, yeah. Yeah. Oh, damn it.
Bug outpost.
Don't have any more grenades. I hate to do this so early.
Deploying equipment package.
I want to blow that up before it spawns anything. Alright, what's over here?
Fire in the hole.
Oh, come on. to make sure it reloads because sometimes it doesn't. There we go. Alright, let's see which one's closer.
Dropping a pin. South.
Alright. That one's closer. Man, it's so nice not having to deal with chargers. I don't care if this doesn't get me the best loot. It's like most of the things I'm gonna need is gonna be the common samples. Oh, there's 3. Oh, okay. Here, eat that. Come on, Chirpy, get your ass over here.
Freedom never sleeps!
Load faster. Oh, didn't even see that little one.
That's called democracy!
No.
Bag's empty!
Ah, damn it.
Sending down sentry.
Bag's empty!
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Democracy has landed.
Oh god, they didn't destroy the turret. I was afraid of that. I was afraid of that. Yeah, you're gonna need so much common samples for everything. Gee. Oh, I cleared up the nuke. Like it went the complete wrong way. I don't know why it stops
Tagging map.
marking that. Oh, there's a shiny. Also a bug outpost. I don't know what that explosion was over there. Oh,
Have a taste of democracy!
and I think that one's now dead. They tend not to live very long after you blow their leg off.
Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate. Bag's empty. Fire in the hole.
You just burned to death, you little fucker. Like, I'm gonna block your attacks with my armor. It's like, yeah, you're just gonna burn. I do want to hit back here real fast and grab some grenades. Well, let's heal myself. Nice thing about the stem, as long as it's blue, you have unlimited stam. Let's hope this time this part of the mission won't bug out and I'll have to use an audio on the structure because for some reason the game did not want to give me a hell bomb. Ooh. Nice. Ah. And what's in here? Reaction slips. Nice. So bonus 100 credits. Oh. I really wish that had a longer cooldown. That is such an annoying mechanic.
Firing orbital laser.
Say hello to democracy!
Alright. Oh. Ooh. That burned me real fast. I want to see if there's any samples here. There's this one. And I just want to get rid of that guy. Oh. Hopefully they... Yeah, they're just going to ignore me. Very good.
Dropping a pin, southwest.
Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear.
Well, I took out that little hole. Not gonna affect that one over there, I see. Looks like most of them are dead.
Bug outpost. How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Get it in? Nope.
Bag's empty.
On.
Have a taste of democracy.
On.
Bag's empty.
Oh! Fuck. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hey, a Fuda mommy.
Hellos, how you doing? Oh. You really wanted to die.
How goes the war?
Oh, yeah. And see that the bugs are being a real pain in the ass. I hate how often the enemies can call in for
How'd
reinforcements.
you like the taste of freedom? Found something.
You know what I mean? Like, even though they just called in reinforcements like a minute ago, these guys are gonna aggro and they're gonna be like, ah, we're gonna call in reinforcements.
Bag's empty.
How you doing? Pets.
I'm good.
That's good.
Just tired.
Fire in the hole.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
I can't help wake you up. I can only make you more tired. You will. Gotta keep remembering I have this machine gun and I should use it. See if there's any grenades right here. There's regular ammo. There's the drop ship thing.
Tagging map. West.
Alright.
Sending down equipment.
I have to do the resupply then. Okay. Well, fucker was trying to call people in. Well, the fire dot, like, I guess, ticked and prevented him from doing so.
Found something.
What's that?
Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
Firing orbital barrage.
Danger close.
Area.
Danger very close.
That's empty. Not today! You will never destroy our way of life! That's empty.
Luckily, that was the last shot I needed. Woohoo! Jeez. Then
Allied destroyer joining squadron. Deploying Helldiver.
Fire in the hole!
who's this?
Bug hole. On my position. Fire in the hole. Bag's empty. Affirmative.
Just keep moving. Let's get these launch codes. Oh.
Have a taste of democracy! Bag's empty. Reload it. Dropping a pin. Northwest.
Oh, we gotta get this mission done now. Going.
Bag's empty. Bag's empty. Say hello to democracy!
Oh yeah.
Bug outpost.
Oh.
Bag's empty. Mag.
Sub-objective near your location.
Practically out of ammo.
Bag's empty.
It ammo bad. Where is it? Is this what we need? Right here.
One step closer to
Tagging
mission
map.
completion.
Northeast.
Let's just get to the nuke. But Jazzy, how you doing? Oh, you already asked. I already asked that, but what's your plans for today?
Yes, hee hee. XD. Do dailies on GBO2.
Ah,
And relax.
alright. Max is good.
Calling down a sentry. Calling in an eagle.
Main objective nearby. Mission at 10 minutes remaining.
I'll let them do that. I need to start the mission.
Outpost. I got the terminal.
5, 9,
Bug tunnel breach.
6, 1. I gotta remember just have to hit E.
I'm on it.
I mean, I think they can handle it on their own.
I'm on it.
What dailies are there? And we're gonna hang out sometime. Like, we should really make a, like, plan in a date that we could just spend time together.
I literally just put on my headset. What?
I'm streaming. I was talking to my chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
greetings from beyond the
Yes,
van
indeed.
chat. I don't even know if y'all can hear me.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Bag's empty.
So here's something that I should probably be more concerned about
What's that?
or bothered about. So, first,
Calling down supply.
we'll have an announcement to make.
Last reload.
I guess I will go with today. Take it down.
Huh?
So, Aiden, Ignis's character, right?
Eh?
Does that taste like cherry? It's just Coke. It should taste like Coke.
Bag's empty.
Normal Coke. Anyway, they have left the game.
As in the players left or just the character?
Calling down a
The-
sentry.
The player.
Okay. Any reason?
Bag's empty.
The reasons they gave. First one was they kept using the term whimsical, which was very unhelpful. Because they kept calling me a whimsical GM. But it's like there's only two things that whimsical means, basically, right?
Yeah.
You're either using it as a setting term to describe a setting, because there is such a thing as a whimsical fantasy or a fairy tale fantasy,
Yeah.
right? And
Reloading.
the only other way is to just explain something as humorous, or someone who is aloof or confused, or or is
5
basically
minutes left. We can't stay this low much longer, Helldiver.
they don't like how I have to be so reliant on like what y'all do, I guess, with this module.
I mean,
I'll handle the terminal.
that's kind of how all RPGs work.
Fully, no.
Because either the players do it or they don't. You know?
Not fully, because with things like Rogue Trader, Dark Heresy, Death Watch, you are kind of forced to go after your objectives.
I'm on the terminal.
Right? You have a reason to go after them. right?
Yeah.
Because
Another triumph for managed democracy.
as a rogue trader, well, you're not doing it for anyone but yourself. But in still doing it, you gain fame, fortune, and you know.
Yeah.
And that's kind of your ultimate goal as a rogue trader. Now, stark contrast. Dark Heresy has similar things where you do gain fame. You're just in service of the Inquisition.
Yeah.
Found something.
And unlike with those games where I can impose consequences for y'all not touching the story,
Northeast.
there's not many consequences I can give you for Black Crusade for not touching the main story.
Extraction is available.
Okay.
Calling in extraction.
But
Extraction shuttle inbound.
because it's a thing of like when you're working with the Inquisition, you can only delay the mission for so long, you know. Rogue traders, simple. You can do the D&D thing of I'm just gonna move this entire celestial body.
Yeah.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
Because you could be like, oh, well, this path did lead to this planet originally, but due to warp fuckery with the mall and shit, it's now leading here.
Uh-oh.
T-minus 1 minute.
I dropped the wrong artillery.
Reinforcements on the way.
Joining the fray. Requesting orbital. Get some! Get some!
Either way,
Reinforcing.
one of the other reasons was like they didn't feel welcome
Huh?
to the game. Like they stated that I did a good job. They said that Dran did a good job, but they didn't feel welcomed by everyone else.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
I don't know what to say to that other than just shrugging.
I-
ETA T-minus 20 seconds. Reinforcement, but ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
They said you felt very hostile last session.
Me?
This is Pelican 1. I have
Yeah.
visual on the extraction zone.
Like, cause I guess because maybe the
Pelican 1
tone,
landing in progress.
How'd you
right?
like to
Because you're
see
very
some
monotone.
freedom?
Because you know you're
Eggs empty.
Pelican 1 preparing to
not
depart.
trying to be rude,
Shuttle launch in 20 seconds.
but you're not a voice actor, and neither are most of you.
Yeah.
You know?
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
But you having your own
maintained our way of life.
your own problems, like the what did you call it, the thing where you don't have like actual emotions.
Yeah. I most of the time I don't have motions. I still have them, but they rarely show up.
Right, and that also shows in your speaking. And it's nothing you can do about it, right?
Huh.
Nothing anyone can do about it. Again, it's kind of a shrug. But the one thing I did agree was you didn't seem all that interested in watching the essentially, as he called it, the Sock'em robots fight.
I mean, my character wasn't. It was like, what am I supposed to do here? I'm a mage.
Watch the fights.
And which one was Dran?
Dran? He's the Tau.
Oh. I mean,
And it's
Another victory over the Terminid Scourge.
I'll be honest, that Rock'em Sock'em Robot fight felt more like a filler arc of an anime. Like,
that is because the whole fighting of the actual robot part is the actual bit that was valuable before y'all decided to go to Pulse the Law was that, and y'all can still go back
The
and do
bugs are
this.
a plague. You are the vaccine.
Because technically, I'm gonna basically have y'all back at that planet instead of going to Close the Law, just because
oh,
the only one who had the quest to, unless you really just want to do the Zinxian quest, there's not much other reason to go to Close the Law, unless you want to buy something from them.
I want to buy at least the cloak from them.
But I can still finish what I need to show here.
Yeah.
Because the point of this planet is these Xenos and Chaos Worshippers capture people, force them to fight,
Operation
and then sell
complete.
the bits. They sell the gear of these people that die.
I mean, the way you were describing the gear, it sounded like it was...
Because the gear Brandon was interested in,
Yeah.
no offense to him, but the gear he was interested in was the stuff to make a knight. Okay, I don't know all the components in the knight aside from it has a fusion reactor.
Hello.
Oh well.
But the actual gear to this fight is things like, there's an Adeptus Astartes corpse up for bids.
Ooh.
And not just his corpse, but also his preserved gene seed.
That sounds very useful.
Why is that just
Launch initiated.
No, because you have a fuck ton of other implants that the gene seed itself doesn't do, because you have to surgically implant the black parents. And there's another one that they have to surgically implant, and I forget what it is.
Alright, well then that's the keys to making your own space marine.
Basically. It's also a tool to
All
basically
the
get
galaxy looks to you for salvation. Let nothing stand
a
in the
Trader
way of
Legion to
liberty.
give you a Space Marine, patron to, like, fight alongside you.
Oh, you're just like, here, you take the gene seed, do what you want to do with it, and then just give me a space marine to just chill with.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Because, you know,
And
it allows them to grow their numbers, and in exchange, they basically give you a fully fledged space marine, because you're not probably going to have the knowledge or the facilities to make a space marine.
Yeah, at least
You
not.
can make a really cool fucking drug if you roast it. And it's called Sweet Meats. It's a Slaneshi drug.
I'm sure it is. I would be disappointed if it was not.
And every time I think of its name, because of its name
Calling in
being Sweet
reinforcements.
Meats, all I can think of is what actual organ that's taken from.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Oh god. I'm sorry, but
I mean, it is Slanesh. It would be a little odd for it not to be taken from that organ. You know?
But and it is something he also brought up. The thing that I have also brought up is, you know, how you do have that main character problem sometimes.
I mean, I'm working on that. I'm sitting back and letting people do stuff.
I know.
It's hard. It's hard to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We deal with that in another campaign of ours, and it's this person has been aware of it, and it's still a problem because it's hard.
It's hard to break. You're used to, because what causes it, right? Is you're used to bad groups where you've had to keep where no one wants to do anything, or
Bag's empty.
you are the one who has to keep everyone else fucking alive because you're actually doing the boring shit.
Yep.
And because you're always doing this boring shit and your character isn't necessarily all that in depth because you've spent most of your time making sure their stats are good. You know, to be able to do what they need to do and do it just flawlessly.
Yeah.
That's all I have. It's just you know what I mean? I'll spite to characters.
If you want a game that you can pretty reliably do stuff in and actually feel like a fucking powerhouse, Warhammer Age of Sigmar Soulbound
Yes.
would be a game that you would love. You state that you love combat, you would love it.
Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
Like, it is a role-playing game. There is a little bit of roleplay.
I like a little bit of roleplay with my
But
tabletop.
But because of the faction that we're... So the story that I have for it is a Forces of Destruction campaign, which is basically orcs, goblins, trolls, ogres, and hobgoblins, right? And just, you know, their misadventures, basically. Them stumbling upon a chaos cult, which they're fixing to stumble upon pretty soon. That's some hype for Zayla because she's in the game. But basically, the whole point of it is, like, you role play as a faction who just loves fighting.
Yeah, see that? I look. That's part of the reason why, like, Ogre is the other option there, because Ogre's fucking.
Like,
They're the ones that can kind of like be on level with a group.
Mhm.
Of orcs, 'cause
Like,
they
orcs-
just have the same brain. Basically.
like orcs and like the rest of Forces of Destruction in Warhammer Fantasy, they do have a society. Like, they actually have a structure. They work on the barter system of where they're no, actually just pure barter. It's
All right.
they
How'd you like the
they do
taste
use
of
teeth in Age of Sigmar, but they also use a barter system in lore. Teeth is like the boss's currency, basically.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or they're basically what an orc gives you when they have nothing of value, but they really need what you're offering. So they give you a tool.
Bag's empty.
Hello.
And
Hello.
but orcs
How are you?
typically will like, I have a fur cloak. I don't need like, or I have this random raw.
I am all
fur
good.
hide.
And
I don't need
hello.
this.
Thank you
But
so
you've
much
got
for
this,
upgrading your passport from tourist to citizen.
You know, real
I love what
nice
you stream, that is why I give you a
chocolate.
follow.
Aw,
Right.
thank you.
Can we
or
play with a team?
Whatever it is.
I
Like,
can,
if I give you
but
this,
you
you
see,
give me
here
that.
we
And it's
do
like,
have
well,
people
okay.
in the call.
Whoever it is to be like, oh yeah, I could make blah 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 with it, and you know, you go from there. Right.
Reloading.
So our roleplay is going to be starting up here in
Let
the...
me have
Anyways,
your Discord username for better
So
conversation.
Brandon's
join my Discord.
again as a
It's also, like I said, I think it's exacerbated too by the fact that he's been dealing with that same sort of thing in our other campaign that he also just left, partially because of that.
yeah. It's also all he would state is that I'm a whimsical GM. Now, I looked up the definition of whimsical, and I'm sorry, but it does not mean what he's trying to make it mean, or whatever he's trying to make it mean.
But yeah. Also, please don't DM me
With Black Crusade, yes, I am a lot more free.
right off the bat,
I
because
just kind of go with what y'all want. Because,
I'm too used to
that's just how
getting
Black Crusade is.
bots
This is literally
joining
what
the
it is.
Discord and
You're the
DMing me,
villain.
so I tend to
The
ignore
gods
any
can't force
DMs
you to
from
go
new
after
people.
requests. They can, but it's like
So nothing against you. I just like to get to know people before I start DMing
the
them.
way they do it is, I'm gonna send a bunch
The
of
link has
fucking
expired.
demons after
What?
you until you do what I want.
No, that shouldn't be the case. Alright, give me a
And
second.
depending on the god, depends on the demon, right? Nurgle would send plague bearers and Nurglings and would slowly allow the pain of disease to be crept upon your soul and stuff like that. But
There you go. Try that. But yeah, I like talking to people in the Discord more than DMs.
it's also just unlike the Imperium, y'all don't necessarily need to go after the main story to tell a story either with Black Crusade.
Yeah, if you think about like if you're
The
actually
link
the
has
good guys,
expired.
you have to go places to save people. If you don't give a shit
Uh,
about people, you don't need to go
You can
places
add
to
me.
save them.
That is a brand new
And
link.
it's
It
also like-
shouldn't be expired.
With Dark Heresy, which is what he's really used to, like Dark Heresy, Deathwatch, Rogue Trader, Only Warlike, he's really used to that type of stuff.
My username is Habiscus8779 is my
I already
Discord
said-
username.
I already
Okay,
said I'm not
on the side of
DMing you.
Imperium, these are my orders, this is my objective,
Bag's empty.
and we're all working towards this objective. Yeah, there might be a little side stuff here and there, but it's still the same objective. The story's constantly moving forward. Black Crusade, it's like,
You're your own boss.
you're the boss.
Yeah, that's a brand new link.
And I don't think he...
This one's a brand new one as
I don't
well.
think he was aware really how much Black Crusade really depended upon that player input when he built his character. Because he built Ignis to just be this tech guy who could just do all the tech stuff, do all the crafting, maybe do a little bit of knowledge and lore stuff, and
Reinforcements have been launched.
do some Medicae, right? But because the way Black Crusade is, unfortunately, and the things he's asking for, like he kept asking me for Skitarii, right? I tried to give him Skitarii, but he's like, no, I don't want those type of Skitarii. He wants the meme Skitarii. The Skitarii memes that he shares. I don't know if he shares them with you. I'm blanking on names today. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. So,
Okay.
did we lose the panda or the Tau?
The panda. I said nothing about Dran.
Oh. Okay.
It's just that I don't think Brandon knew how much player input was required for Black Crusade on his part.
No, it sounded more like he wanted to meme around.
Throwing grenade.
Yeah, you know?
He wanted to be a support character. And in Rogue Trader, Only War, and Dark Heresy, support characters actually don't fight. They actually support.
I mean, I've made support characters that fought in those games. You know?
Yes, they can fight, but that's not their role. It takes time for them to build to that. Right?
Calling in reinforcements.
Request approved. Deploying
He's
reinforcements.
used to working with that rank system, where he's got a clear path of how to build his character, what to build it as.
Only War, it doesn't have a rank system.
He has not played Only War, I do not think.
Oh, okay. You said Only War.
Because Only War isn't still serving the Imperium. He'd be more able to jump into Only War than Black Crusade. Even though, yes, it doesn't have a rank system, he'd be able to jump into it because it would have that clear structure of, here's the story. And you're just moving forward towards that goal. And Only War would allow him to be able to build something like I'm just the tank's engineer. Right? I'm just the Baneblades engineer.
Okay.
Requesting sentry.
Because that's basically the type of stories you really end up telling with Only War that mean anything. Is where you get a group of players together and you get enough of them to crew an entire Baneblade. And of course you give them fights to blow shit up with the Baneblade. Who cares if it's endless hordes? It's the fucking Baneblade!
Yeah.
And you tell like the stories of the tank crew, you know, going out through this war.
Bug outpost spotted.
Throwing grenades.
Right?
Yeah.
Reloading.
But the point is like Brandon could adjust to that a lot easier than a game that not only would he have to actually focus on building his character, he also would have to focus on choosing what he wants to do and like where he wants to go, and how he wants to take it, you know, where he wants to steer the story. Right?
Yeah.
Which, that's the reason why I'm like, it don't matter to me, I'm just here for the ride.
You're here for combat.
Yeah, I'm here for combat and actually being a Ain't giant green meme.
I
sample
I
acquired.
do typically have way more combat in my games than this, especially Black Crusade, but it's a lot of lore dump
Yeah, like I said, I
within
totally
the first
understand that. Like,
within the
we
first
came in at the
2 to
right
3
fucking-
sessions, because like y'all,
Yeah.
'cause you came in right as they were leaving the frozen planet, so it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
Well.
yeah. Just that's what I say. That's what I say. I understand that we're like, I came in literally in the. This is the lore break.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this campaign, we've actually had very little combat.
Right, because on the frozen planet, y'all weren't meant to fight much. Because, well, wasn't really sure how long y'all were gonna stay there. Because it was y'all were only meant to be there until y'all had a full party.
Oh.
It was my, I'm gonna stick you on this planet in the middle of a warp storm with all these odds stacked against you. Just until we get enough players to have a full party. Then I'm just gonna yeet you out of the fucking ice ball.
Reloading.
Oh, I mean,
It was extended character select.
yeah.
Pretty much. I hate to call it that, but that's what the ice ball was. It did have a purpose. It did set up the Fallen Star because y'all got y'all's piece of the Fallen Star.
I see. I don't even know what.
Reloading.
Like,
I will explain that to you. So the Fallen Star is a mythical object that I kind of created. Right? I'm sure in Roll20. Look up here. Those are the fragments of what is called the Fallen Star.
oh no, or they like the Infinity Stones.
Kind of. Except,
No
So this
gods.
this is a bit of lore that is neither confirmed nor denied,
That's empty.
right? Do you know of the species called the Empress?
Doesn't ring a bell.
I'm not surprised. They are pretty obscure. Now, I might be a little distracted with sessions with their mornings.
Reinforcements have been launched.
My mother had a stroke this morning.
Oh,
I'm surprised we're still running today.
yeah.
Emotionally, I'm indifferent towards it because she abandoned me when I was a kid.
Oh, okay, I understand.
So it's
empty.
I'm worried, but I also accept that it can happen, and just there's no sense worrying about it because it's not going to change anything.
Yeah.
And then the other part of me is also just like taking satisfaction and not giving her me by her side, which is probably what she wants. And it's that I'm a fucking bitch, and I'm a terrible son, but it's
I
like
got the terminal.
If she was a terrible mom and just fucking abandoned you, that's
she
turnabout is fair play, right?
she didn't like physically
Engaging
abandon me,
terminal.
but she emotionally abandoned me. And like that's what my therapist says. But it's like
If your parents aren't there, like, for you at all, emotionally or physically, they're the same.
Reporting to the front.
Just like I still remember vividly to this day. I get home from the hospital. I'm like 18, and I spend 2 hours in front of the front door trying to figure out how to tell my mother that she is both a grandmother and that I just had to bury her grandchild, all on the same day. And so I go in, she's in the kitchen, she's making a picture of tea, so I go in there, you know, start trying to bring it up. And she goes to put the picture of tea after filling her cup up, and she goes, "Can this wait?" I'm like, well, hey, Chicks, I'm gonna stop you. This can wait. And just walked off.
Technically, I guess it could. You know, I mean, not going anywhere, but yeah, that's pretty fun.
It's a real bitch move.
And it like, my stepdad didn't help the issue. He was very manipulative.
Engaging terminal.
He did have seizures. Not epilepsy, but I don't think he had that because flashing lights didn't bother him, but
Reloading.
I think
it's like a scale from how it's been explained to me in the past. It's kind of like a scale. You can be affected by the flashing lights, or you cannot be, but you're affected by things like extreme temperature or extreme fatigue. But either way, he also had a spinal injury that basically placed him on a cane because he used to be a football player for one of the universities of Texas, and basically went to school to be a mechanic, right? Okay. Doesn't sound like that bad of a guy. Start, he wasn't. I didn't feel personally didn't like him, but eh. Yeah, it's like I don't fucking care. It's like I think the only thing that happened was he had a son, and now the weirdest shit is me and Anaya, way before our parents ever got together, we're talking romantically. had been talking romantically. So when all of this kind of came up to us, it was like, oh no. You know?
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
It's like, well, this is our life.
Point me to the enemy.
Requesting sentry.
Really small portal.
That sounds like a super good.
Bag's empty. Reloading.
Fucking fry.
No, not even Fry. Like some actual real dude. His own grandpa. There's even a song about it.
But he was the type of person who he would see like an advertisement on TV for like a new type of bladder control drug or asthma drug or whatever, right?
Tagging map.
And he would see it, look up whatever illness it was, saw that he had a couple of the symptoms, and would just think that he had it, and would believe full-heartedly that he had it. It's some yeah. And
There's something here.
he also did not like me. Just this is a guy who puts a 6-year-old in a ankle lock and twist the ankle like they do in WWE. So he puts me in a ankle lock akin to like they used to do on WWE, like one of the wrestlers used to do.
It's my GM and one of the players.
I'm pinned onto the ground, screaming bloody murder, and he will not stop twisting my ankle. He ends up injuring my growth plate. You know what he tells my mom and everyone else? So they just believe him? Oh, you injured it jumping between 2 different couches.
Calling in an eagle.
Yep.
Even the doctor looked at my mother like she was kind of dumb when she said that to him. It's like, that doesn't happen like that very easily.
Sending in an eagle.
Unless, you know, I was jumping from like a 2-story apartment. This is a 1-story apartment and like a kitchen dining room style, you know, like a real small living room.
Fat
Like there
bug
was
up
2
there.
couches on the left and right, and then the TV was on the back, on the, you know, wall, kind of in the middle. Not in the middle of the room, but, you know, in the middle of the far side wall. But, anyway. So, the Fallen Star is a kind of a fan theory that, some people have because of the species of the Umbra.
Requesting sentry.
Now, the Umbra are intergalactic beings. They exist inside of space. They are perfectly smooth black spheres
Dropping package. Package fire.
that warp and reflect light around them and away from them. They are able to manipulate shadows to both cause illusions, communicate, and to just outright murder you. There is a theory that the Umbra are the shattered remains of an old one
Requesting sentry.
that managed to escape his species' extinction in the War in Heaven by hiding in the warp. He hid in the warp for so long that when Slanesh was born, she found him, broke him, and casted him out of the warp,
I got the terminal.
and placed a curse on these fragments to simply linger.
Tunnel breach.
Some people believe that there are probably more old ones that managed to escape this thing, right?
Some of that like warp shit.
Yeah, basically.
That, you know, this is the part of the warp that even fucking the
I got the
fucking,
terminal.
you know, Nurgle himself would be like, nah, I ain't gonna fuck with that.
Exactly. And these are the shards of 4 deceased gods. I'm not gonna tell you what god they are. You want to do that, you can meditate with the crystal and you can learn what colors they are. I got news for you, you're not gonna know who they are. Right off the bat. And unless you're like me and enjoy cosmic horror, so you read the OG of cosmic horror.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I can tell you that the yellow one is obvious. And so is the green one. If you've read any of his works, the yellow and green are the 2 most obvious ones.
What, you mean the Yellow King?
The Yellow King.
Nah.
Yellow? Of course he's
10 minutes remaining.
he might be. Who knows?
To democracy.
That is but merely a title.
That's the only one I know because of Elder Sign.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm talking about, which is the
Elder Sign. Well, Elder Sign in the book, I actually have a book that has all of his books rolled into one. All of the ones made officially by H.P. Lovecraft, that is.
Another triumph from
None of the other stuff, just... well, it's the complete Cthulhu mythos is what they call it.
Southwest.
They, can be annoying.
He's decided to fucking just vomit all over the goddamn place all of a sudden. Fucking had 3 piles of vomit.
Poor kitty.
Oh.
Probably ate something we shouldn't have.
Yeah, it's food.
Proceed to extraction when ready.
Did he eat too much of it?
Bug tunnel breach.
Or
Bag's
he
empty.
could have ate too fast.
So, I wasn't trying to make him feel unwelcome. I was more like in character with him constantly like memeing on my character, and she's like, no. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah.
I'm a bit more
Like when he's like, I want to poke around inside your brain, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna allow you to do that.
And he's like, I tell him, I go, Brandon, you aren't meant to be a good person with this game, bud. Like, I had to literally tell him, like, his character's kind of impossible to be who they are and be with y'all.
Yeah. Oh.
You know. And then it's...
Bag's empty.
It's a lot of, he also didn't want any cosmetic changes whatsoever.
Oh, that's an entirely Brandon, like, you know, he doesn't like. He likes his character to look a specific way, and that's an entirely Brandon problem.
And yeah, and I'm just like, Brandon, you realize the things that you're wanting, like, you want to build a tech priest, but you don't want him to look like a tech priest. He's like, yeah, okay, do you want to be a Vegas biologist? He's like, okay, what do they look like? I'm like, well, you technically have this container that's connected to you through a tube in the back of your neck, and it's a secondary brain.
Calling in reinforcements.
He's like, no thanks. And I'm like, then you're not even a part of the cult Mechanicus. You're just some random smut.
Yeah, I think that's just a unique to Brandon.
I mean, it's like the Mechanicus have a reason why they look the way they do.
It's physically part of their religion.
Well, that and they're also heavily radiated all the time.
No, actually, most Mechanicus members are not irradiated. The only ones who are irradiated are the ones who carry the radiant carbide, which are the Satari Vanguard. But that's because the radium weapons literally, after, like, without proper maintenance, they leak radiation. And during the maintenance process, they, well, irradiate the wielder, and firing the weapon exposes the wielder to radiation as well. But in lore, it does state that The Scutari are kind of unfazed by
Requesting
it.
orbital.
Yeah, like, what's it gonna do? Give you a brain, right? But guess what? Just get a new brain.
No, they just regrow that section of your brain, replace the damaged tissue, and that
Okay,
stuff.
maybe I should have said
Left
heart
tunnel
or,
breach.
lung.
They will replace the heart.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. Maybe I should have said those because they'll just replace those. It's metal now.
Like, the one thing that the Mechanicus refuses to augment or replace beyond, like, giving you, like, emotional vaults or, like, additional brains is
The brain!
putting a learning machine
Found something.
for your brain. They do have kind of like the Fallout thing, where some like the
Rare
Rough
sample
Stalkers,
acquired.
they are a dreadnought for the Scutari, basically. There is no living organism in that. It is a purely mechanical suit. The brain of the Scutari is aboard the ship, all neuralinked together, beaming information to this suit at the speed of light.
Yeah.
Because you know who the Mechanicus venerates?
Oh.
Nikola Tesla. They venerate him and Da Vinci.
Alright, it makes sense.
So it makes total sense when they say let the motive force flow, because it literally does flow. Tesla coils. Instant energy and never have to worry about power. Downside, having a billion joules of electric energy just constantly pulsing through the air can really hurt people. Anyway, it's the reason they augment themselves is because before the founding of the Mechanicus, Mars was an irradiated rust field wasteland, like it was in our time, right? Except imagine there's remnants of a high-tech, super advanced technological research city all scattered across the planets, because Mars, in the time before the Imperium, was the center of scientific research.
Calling down supplies.
So not only do you have these ancient cities, you also have some of these cities move. They physically lift up from the ground and just move. And
That's empty.
there's the fact that like there are entire fields that are quarantined because there are machines in those fields that are filled with rogue AIs. And the Mechanicus can't do anything to them. So they just quarantine. Because that's all they can do.
Fire in the hole.
Stand by for takeoff. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
And then you have the Noctis Labyrinth, which is the data repository on Mars. It's basically this massive library that has all of the blueprints to everything humanity
Holy
has
shit,
built in
we
the
had
domain,
2 stalkers?
physically on paper. The problem is the vault is located around the core and expands the entire length of the, but basically the entire underground of Mars. Everything, some way, somehow, leads to the Noctis Labyrinth. So, that's fun. You know?
Oh, I can't believe it's 2 stalker bases.
So we have the yellow and the green, or we just have
You have the yellow.
Gotcha.
So, you'll have whatever's in this red square, basically. And I can expand it whenever y'all get a new piece.
Liberty is victorious once more.
Right now, you'll just have the yellow.
Alright.
It took forever to get the spinning animation. And it's still too short, but I'm too fed up to just get it to go, like to extend the duration.
Hellpont's Prime.
So I'm just like, fuck it, they can just sit there and
Engaging
spin
orbital thrusters.
halfway. They're supposed to spin, like do a full rotation before they reset. But it's just supposed to be an endless loop
Orbit
of them spinning.
synchronized.
But,
I've
can
rarely
see
seen
it.
Liberty dispense so rapidly.
What button to use?
Is
Emotes.
that like a spring rotation thing? A spring
This
compass
is-
or a season
This
compass?
is a season compass. So this is the dashboard. You weren't here for session 0, so this is the dashboard.
I know we've got
Um,
the party list there and
mhm.
stuff.
You have the party list, you have your marching order. You have
Hello,
where I
hello,
put
how are you?
basically y'all's
I'm
allies,
doing fine.
you know, NPCs
Dreaming
that work with y'all,
Hanu,
minions,
thank you for upgrading your passport from tourist to citizen. Welcome to the Salkar Empire. I am Empress Zayla Zazaya.
You have it activated, but we have it
I
hidden
hope you
when you're
enjoy
not
your
using it.
time
It's just
here
on
at the
this map,
Empire.
I don't
How are
care
you
if it's
doing?
usable. So it's just
Mama.
I have a directional compass because this is so I can copy it and place it down somewhere.
Hey,
Because
some people don't understand every saga.
I don't. If I don't have this, I can only tell you where. I can't tell you where these are. Like in real life, I don't know if I'm facing north.
Oh,
Unless
my
unless I have a compass in front of me.
Hello, Mama.
I am facing northwest. I'm facing northwest. North would be like
You're a super Earth elite. You're a super Earth elite. Never forget that.
my front door is roughly due north, like exactly north.
Our injuries reduce your
I am
ability to
facing,
handle
like,
recoil and cause your aim to
It's-
sway more.
it's on the dot, northwest. So
I hope the
wouldn't-
game's
I
not
wouldn't be
too
able to know
loud.
any of that without
This is it. This
a
is
compass.
the solemn duty for which you were born. Defend democracy at
So,
any cost.
yeah. But then we have the gravity switch. This is when it's visible, right?
Calling down support weapon.
There is an arrow. See?
What was your question again?
Up here.
I said, how's
And
your
it will
day?
point
How you
whatever
doing?
gravity the current planet has. If it's not here, the gravity is just normal. This thing is to represent the climate of the planet.
I'm liking a little.
Not
That's
necessarily the season, but kind of the music more of a climate to represent the temperature. But it also works because, you know, all planets have their own seasons too.
My day's going well and I'm doing well, thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because you're in
Did you hear me welcome you to the Salkar Empire?
concept of the planet that
Want to make sure the sound was working.
speed that it, one day is 1 year. So just same side of the planet is just always baking, and the same side is always just frozen. Because it rotates perfectly at the same speed. One side is always facing the sun, one side is always facing the sun.
And very rarely do they ever actually rotate.
I'm glad your day is doing well.
May I ask your pronouns?
I don't
Mine are
have any.
he/her.
You get that really cool effect where it's like, I can only be.
I just ask people to be respectful to me, you know?
You're on one side of the planet, you're fucked. You're on one side, the other side, you're fucked. It's just a
And I hear the sound just
small
fine.
edge,
Ah.
it's just right.
Calling down a sentry.
Yeah.
Okay, he's dead. That was the last shot, too.
I guess all we need is Ran. I don't. Oh. I know Dapper's gonna be late if they show. I haven't finished the character yet.
Do we have somebody new joining?
No, just Dapper. Dapper's character technically got an
You are very
ending.
cute.
Aw, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He got the redemption ending for his character.
So he's making a new one.
Because, like, the guy was forgiven by Gilliman. And, like, was told by the Emperor that he doesn't blame him for falling to chaos, given his circumstances. So, like, you know.
Yay!
Calling in an eagle.
Oh, yeah. Take care of that.
Rare sample acquired.
Yeah. The character kind of got at the ending, and I was like, you could still fall, like, at any point. You could just, you know.
You need to not be here if you want to not fall.
It's like, you need to not be here, but I go... You would have technically not become a Primaris. You'd still be, like, because he got turned into the first... He's the first Space Marine to cross the Rubicon.
Oh.
He's the first Space Marine to become a Primaris Space Marine. Which is, it's not like... So, when the Primaris were made, they were made using, taking a normal human, making them into the Space Marine. Well, when Gilliman was going around delivering all the Primaris, there was this thing called the Rubicon, which is, the ability to take an existing Space Marine, have them undergo special surgeries, to just turn them into a Primaris.
Bag's empty.
I mean, if you guys give me a
But
second.
the first two Primaris were the well, technically the first Marine across the Rubicon is one of Gilliman's Ultramarines, and basically it ends up there's a Death Watch kill team that accompanies Gilliman all the way to Terra. Otto was a part of that kill team. As a plan for Magnus to try to kill Gilliman, but when,
Fuck.
you know, he was only here to infiltrate the Death Watch to get into Terminator armor. Because Magnus wanted a Crux Terminatus. But in so doing, he saw the fall of Cadia, saw the resurrection of Gilliman, made it all the way to fucking Terra, saw the Emperor, was forgiven by the Emperor, and was then told by Gilliman, like, I know you're a heretic, but it's okay. I forgive you. So, he kind of just has no interest in chaos anymore.
Alrighty. this was a
But I'm like,
hell
hey,
of
you
a
can now
thing.
bring Otto into any Deathwatch campaign, technically.
Fuck me. Oh.
We're super art!
What the fuck did all these guys come from?
Say hello to democracy!
There they are. Mechanically they don't exist unless you have the Tome of Blasphemies, which we do. Because, by default, you can only be alive. Like, as the Demon Prince. Because, like,
Bag's empty!
it deals with this really weird lore that they did, but they can't undo the decision because it would not be cost effective. Because Chaos is in both Fantasy and 40k, as a cost effective solution, GW stated, all of Fantasy demons are
Requesting
playable
sentry.
in 40k. Now,
Basically, it's demons doing shit.
so kind of not fully, but it's they're playable in the sense, like, you know, if you were commanding an army of, say, Alpha Legionnaires, right?
Oh my gosh.
And you could bring a Age of Sigmar Flamer of Zinj.
Rare sample acquired!
And it still be legal for tournament play and stuff like that. You could bring a named Greater Demon of Zinj from Age of Sigmar into 40k, so long as he has the demon keyword. And he has his own rules and everything, right? So, like, you could bring Kylo's Fate Reaver as an example. But the problem with this is Be'lakor. This also meant Be'lakor existed. I don't know if you know the lore of Be'lakor.
No.
Okay. So, Be'lakor in Warhammer Fantasy is known as the first Demon Prince. He is son of Archon the Ever-Chosen.
Oh my gosh.
He's a whole other can of worms in Warhammer Fantasy. I'm not talking about Warhammer Fantasy. I don't know much about that. Beyond what interests me. And, what interests me is, fuck Bretonia, vampires are okay, love the Tomb Kings, you fucking mess with Alpha Lorne and I will burn down your house. But ultimately, I'm just gonna chill on my island and flip all of you off.
The only part of that I'm keen on is the Scraven.
Joining the fray.
I'm perfectly fine with this. It's perfectly fine with the Skaven. Did you know you can play as a Skaven in Warhammer Fantasy?
Yeah, I figured you could.
In the second edition, you can
Therefore,
do
you can.
do
Therefore,
a
technically, I guess if you had some sort of fucked up, like, I don't know, Skaven demon, you can play it as in 40k.
Sending in an eagle.
probably,
Bag's empty!
but
Reloading!
Skaven aren't in
Requesting
40k.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Um,
you would be with some fucking
Calling down a sentry.
But-
sideways at shit.
Basically, Be'lakor is known as the first Demon Prince in Warhammer Fantasy. He's basically the first human to have fallen to chaos in such a degree that he earned the favor from all of the gods to be granted ascension. That's how prominent he was. Now, he delivered the gods the entirety of the old world on a silver fucking plate. And simply said, I wish to join. He did a little bit more than that. He technically demanded it, and, you know, all this other shit. Like, he goes to demand it, he gets denied, but the basic of it is he offers this to them, literally victory on a silver platter. And they curse him. They strike him down and curse him to only exist as a shadow. To never interact with the world around him, but to only exist in shadow. And he can only guide the next Everchosen.
Calling down a sentry.
In his physical form, because he is a demon, so like it's this weird thing where he is split between his his part of his soul is a shadow in the mortal realm, and the other part of his soul is trapped inside the Soul Forge, forced to be its ruler, because it's this thing that makes all the weapons and armor for demons is also what makes the it's what makes demons demon engines in fantasy. I know that's a complicated sentence, but it's what makes like the Juggernaut and stuff like that, and the Defilers and things like that in fantasy.
Fire in the hole!
In
Can't
40K,
believe
it's
how
just a-
bad
it's just
this
a demon
is.
world. That's all it is.
Reinforcing.
What is Be'lakor is the first demon prince. Now, because he's the first, this means that the gods know that having demon princes of Undivided is dangerous.
Bag's empty.
Because to make one, now the demon prince is not just linked to one god.
He's not beholden to any, he's not beholden to any god.
Reloading.
He's also linked to all four, which means he draws power from all four, and he can weaken all four of them. And that's kind of the terrifying thing. So, in lore, to become a demon prince of Undivided is a thing that happens, but to become what Be'lakor was, which is what a lot of people consider the actual demon prince of Undivided, because you get the mark of Undivided, which by the way doesn't exist normally, because being given that mark means you can tap into the god's well of power once you ascend to a demon, and if you know what you're doing, you can channel their own power into your own and just literally kill them and take their place.
Reloading.
But, doing so without the gods knowing is impossible.
Calling in reinforcements.
Annoying charger.
They will very quickly strike you down if you try.
Reporting to the front.
Just like they did down for it. Ha, got it to finally look somewhat like it's supposed to. Neat.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Tunnel breach. Requesting
You're on a desert where giant.
Oh! Where?
Oh.
Fucking hell.
Typically, my beginnings are very lore heavy because it's like, alright, here's the exposition of, you know, the plot. especially for Black Crusade, where I kind of have to give an exposition a plot, because it might be a while before y'all go to the plot. Because I'm beholden to y'all's whims. I can't force y'all to go to the plot. I could, but the way the vortex works, I can't, because
Off with his head.
the warp lines are basically in that of a spiral, and unless one of you
Requesting sentry.
has a Pirate Prince map for the shortcuts, you don't know the shortcuts exist, which suck.
Get out of. Whew, this is a rough one.
No. I saw tiny people, and I was trying to figure out who the tiny people were. They're random NPCs.
Calling down a sentry.
And one of them's unimportant.
Right. I don't know what they're doing. Just glad we finally have some breathing room. I'm not being swarmed by bugs. And what's this? This a resupply? Yes, good. I need that one. Whew. Oh, that's a big nest. They don't seem to care.
So there's a very dark Fallout New Vegas mod. Called Dust. It is set 20 years into the future of Fallout New Vegas. That was actually pretty interesting.
Reloading. Requesting sentry. Calling in reinforcements. You will never destroy our way of life!
On the way.
Oh.
Bag's empty. Bug tunnel breach. Freedom!
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
I'm just going in and destroying the eggs.
Say hello to democracy!
Oh.
Bag's empty.
Inside of the Emperor is a solid
For
white seal.
prosperity!
It's
Come on.
funny fan theory is that if you eat it, it tastes like white chocolate. What it actually really tastes like is unknown. Also, the true appearance of the Emperor is never known.
Bag's empty! Bag's empty! How'd you like to
Try
taste
some
of
No, the
tyranny
true
of
appearance
The extraction
would
shuttle
drive you
awaits
insane.
your request.
Deep warp shit, isn't it fun? That works when dealing with the deep warp.
Just don't go insane.
Injury? What injury?
I want to know the most confusing warship. This is not 40k related, but the most confusing warship I have ever seen in media has to be fucking.
Bag's empty. Reload it.
I don't know if it's because I just haven't paid attention to it, but like, I go back to basically try to learn some of the lore. Be like, why not? I'm bored. Let's learn some of what's going on in Overwatch. Only to like learn that like half of what was in Overwatch 1 isn't canon. A bunch of this stuff now happened, and it's just like, what?
Oh, you gotta be joking.
Yeah.
Tunnel breach.
And hello, Dran.
Okay. I need to get my eyes checked over here.
Orbital inbound. Bag's empty.
I wish I could get my eyes checked, but I cannot.
Calling down a sentry.
I guess this cost thing.
Well, my insurance don't cover it, and I can't afford to pay for the whole thing myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no! What?
In Texas, at least, and in the U.S., unless your state has other laws for Medicaid, Medicaid does not cover dental or
The Galactic
eye
War
exams
waits
because
for
they are
no one.
seen as
Are you
cause-
ready, Helldiver?
Oh, the server's down? I guess they're down.
Yep.
Because my internet's still up, but...
When deciding medical
Well, that'll be the end of today's stream. Let's see, do we have enough for a raid? Oh.
Zayla, are you ready?
Actually, wait. Wait a
The
second.
Galactic War waits for no one.